Hey, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD podcast. We'll be right back with today's tech guest, but we want to give a shout out to our partners, the Global Community of Women in High School Sports, the Florida Coaches Coalition, Vital Signs Wall of Fame, and WeCOACH. These are four great organizations that you should really be a part of. And now, don't hit that fast forward button. Stay with us for the next 3 minutes. Listen to our podcast sponsorship messages. These are companies that I've used as an athletic director, and you should too. So let's take a listen. We want to say thanks to Huddle for their support of the podcast. Go to huddle.com and change the way you see the game. As a football coach, I used Huddle for years, but when I became an athletic director, I made sure our school was a Huddle school. And Huddle provided our coaches, our teams, our athletes with the tools that they needed to play at the highest level. And they'll do the same for you. Go to huddle.com and find a professional grade solution for the challenges we face as athletic directors. At Huddle, we believe in sports and teams believe in Huddle. Join the 6 million users. Turn your school into a Huddle school. We also want to say thank you to Gipper. Go to Gipper.com and see how athletic directors are creating world-class marketing content for their school's social media channel. Mention our podcast, AD Pod 10 is the code, and you'll get 10% off. That's Gipper.com. Create custom content for your school's social media channel. We want to say thanks to Sideline Interactive, indoor scoring tables and video boards. Go to sidelineinteractive.com right now and schedule a live web demo to see their indoor score tables and their scoreboards in action. Probably one of the best purchases I ever made as an athletic director. That's sidelineinteractive.com. Check them out today. We want to thank Hometown Ticketing for their support of the podcast. Go to hometownticketing.com. They're the leading digital ticketing provider to schools and colleges. And when you get there, they're going to show you how to set up and sell your tickets online, not just for athletic events, but all your events like school plays and concerts, dances, even graduation. And the best part, every step of the way, you're going to have a dedicated client success manager that's providing you hands-on support. That's every step of the way. Go to hometownticketing.com and get it started today. That's hometownticketing.com. We also want to say thanks to Snap Mobile. Go to snapraise.com. Check out their entire suite of platforms designed to help you as an athletic director do your job better. You've got Snap Connect, Snap Manage, Snap Store, and of course there's Snap Raise, their fundraising platform that we have used at our school with tremendous success, and you can too. They even have a program where you can get your funding before you actually start your fundraiser. I don't think anybody else offers that. Go to snapraise.com and get started today. That's snapraise.com. We also want to thank Wall of Fame by Vital Signs. You know, they're on a mission to bring your school's legacy to life. If you're looking for a really cool way to display your school records for all your teams, for all the events, or your school's Hall of Fame, go to vitalsignswalloffame.com. Check out their great products. When you're ready to purchase, use this link, vitalsignswalloffame.com/Jake, and you'll get a nice discount. Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Let them help you bring your school's legacy to life. And we want to thank Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. Athletic surveys are a great way for you to connect with your parents, your student athletes, even your coaches by using a custom survey. Athletic directors typically only hear from that 2%, the squeaky wheel parent or the frustrated student athlete, and we need to hear from them so we can affect positive changes. But we also need to hear from the 98% that love and support our programs, and that's where Athletic Surveys comes in. They're going to create a custom survey that allows you to take the pulse of your parents and your student athletes, and that's a tremendously valuable tool to have when you're talking to that squeaky wheel parent or your principal or your school board. Go to athleticsurveys.com. Get started today. That's athleticsurveys.com. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD podcast. We've got a special guest today. She's been on the podcast before, and she's going to talk in kind of a different technical aspect. But our guest is Vanessa Fuchs. She is the CEO of WeCOACH, and there's just so much going on. First of all, Vanessa, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much for all the support this past year. I've really enjoyed the partnership and the relationship that we've established.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we say that we try to share best practices, and the things that you're doing with WeCoach certainly fall into that category. Um, for our listeners, Vanessa is going to share in a couple of different areas. She's finishing, or I guess, finishing her first year, starting her second year as the CEO of WeCoach. She's got a tremendous background in athletics as a college AD, as a college athlete. But Vanessa, share with our listeners a little bit some of the things that have happened in the last year with WeCoach, how it's grown, things that, you've brought in and initiatives. And I guess just as important, how can they get involved?
Well, thank you for that, Jake. I'll tell you, this past year has been one of the most rewarding of my professional career. And you're right, just so many awesome things happening. I first have to give a quick shout out to our team. We hired an entirely new staff in October, and this group just works tirelessly to advance our mission and support women in coaching, all sports, all levels of sports. And you're right, we've had so many fun things to celebrate over this past year in terms of our organizational growth. We've more than quadrupled our all-time membership levels. We now are at just over 8,300 women and allies in our community, women coaches, administrators, essential staff. And we're really proud of that. We're proud of the work that we're doing to impact maybe in some ways some new levels of sport that maybe we've had a lot of success growing in. That includes NCAA Divisions 2 and 3, NAIA, HBCU institutions, and MSI institutions, and also the high school level. Really, really excited for the work that we're doing at the high school level. And I can't say enough. We've been able to launch some new programming this past year, in addition to our growth, to help better support our members. WeCoach, we offer year-round professional growth and leadership development in an effort to recruit, advance, and retain women in coaching.
You talked about increasing the membership. I think the expression that I've heard you use, or maybe it's on your website, you talk about moving the needle. What are some things that you think have been successful at getting more members, creating more awareness of WeCoach? And what are some areas you think you're going to see continue to grow in the future?
Yeah, you're exactly right. In last June, we launched our Move the Numbers campaign in honor of Title IX at 50, and it's been incredibly successful. And part of the reason that drew me to the job to come and help lead WeCoach was that I could see this momentum, the timing has never been better to advance women and people of color, not only in sport, but in our society, in our world today. And so we've seen the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Title IX as really an opportunity to get word out there about our organization. And we've had just a lot of success through that campaign, Move the Numbers, to grow. And some of the initiatives that we kind of had three areas of focus. We wanted to grow our programming, grow and increase our community, and then also grow financial support to impact the women coaches in our community. And we've been able to, in each of those three areas, really do some transformational things. It's really exciting. So thank you for asking.
Oh no, absolutely. Again, you mentioned, our podcast. We partner with WeCoach, very happy to do so and promote it. Part of the mission, and I'm doing this from memory. I think you talk about, it's leadership, and empowerment and inclusion. You've got a ton of activities, educational and promotional, coming up here in, I think, literally in the coming weeks. Share with our listeners those activities, how they can get involved, and I guess maybe from your perspective, why our listeners, who are mostly high school ADs, why should they care about this? Why is it so important?
Yeah, you're right. We offer in-person as well as virtual programs throughout the year, Jake. We're really proud of the work that we're doing to better recruit women to the profession. I hear not only high school, but collegiate leaders, athletics directors, hiring managers often say, "Where are all the women?" So we wanted to step up and take a leadership role nationally to better recruit more women to the profession. We launched in December our new Catch a Vision Aspiring Women Coaches workshops that we're offering. Those currently are virtual, but we're working on funding to try to bring those in person. But we also have a number of in-person events coming up. Our collegiate academies, our NCAA Women Coaches Academy and Academy 2.0 coming up here in May. It's our 20th anniversary of our academies. We have our high school, youth and high school Leadership Academy coming up in the fall. We're looking to identify the date. We're thinking it'll be July or August timeframe again this year. Then we also have regional workshops, one-day regional workshops that we're willing to host around the country. And so if there's an athletics leader who wants to bring one of our regional workshops to their city, we're happy to connect and discuss a date that would work well. But this is so important. We've really got to be intentional in our support for and the resources we provide for women in coaching, because there are unique challenges that women face in this profession that we have got to offer them this added support, this community like we offer through WeCOACH and our professional growth and leadership development, to inspire them and encourage them to stay in the profession. We need them. We have a saying, if she can see her, she can be her. And so the work that these women coaches are doing is just critically important in terms of impacting and inspiring and elevating our next generation of leaders. And so viewers can receive more information about our programs if you want to check out our website, wecoachsports.org. We've got an upcoming events page, and we also have all of the different programs and events that we offer throughout the year listed on our website, so wecoachsports.org. But again, Jake, thank you for the support, and we're really excited and welcome any of the viewers that aren't currently members. We also are very intentional about offering affordable access to this professional growth and leadership development. We've restructured our pricing across the board. For high schools, for example, $200 flat fee. You can enroll an unlimited number of women in your athletics department onto your WeCOACH roster, your membership roster. So $200 per high school allows an unlimited number of women to be impacted by the year-round programs that we offer, as a way to not only invest in the women on your campus and in your schools, but also to help them in inspiring and advancing their careers.
Yeah, again, you mentioned the website, wecoachsports.org. You've got to go check out the website and see all the different educational opportunities that are presented. You mentioned upcoming activities. You and I were talking about the Moms Who Coach. I think it's coming up in May. You've heard me mention before, my wife, mother of our three kids, was a Title IX pioneers, a distance runner back in the 70s, and was a mom who coached for 40 years. Who are some of the people that are going to be on that panel? And again, why do you think that's an important event for our listeners to sign up for?
Yeah, we're proud that that's going to be the final video chat that we offer for the 2022-23 academic year to kind of close out our year-long programs. But Moms Who Coach, we've got a couple different academy graduates that'll be featured on this panel. Assistant volleyball coach at Oregon, She's an academy grad, and Becky Maines Fletcher also, who's the head soccer coach at St. Olaf College. And then a friend of mine that I've known her family from my days in high school is also going to be on the panel. And she's now a mom coaching after playing softball at UCLA, Claire Sua Admonson. And so we've got an awesome lineup of mothers who are also really exceptional coaches. And as we talk about some of the unique challenges that women face in the profession, this is one of them. Society has this expectation that many times the woman is the primary caregiver in the home. And so when you have a demanding profession like coaching, how do you balance both? How do you integrate both? How do you find this harmony to be able to thrive as not only a really great mom, but then also have the impact as a winning and successful coach? And so we're excited to host that on May 9th, our final video chat of the academic year.
Yeah, I just again, when I saw that title and you were promoting it, I just said, wow, what a great idea. This is something we need. For listeners, our guest is Vanessa Fuchs. She's the CEO of WeCOACH, and that website again is wecoachsports.org. Vanessa, if one of our listeners wanted to obviously find out more about WeCOACH, they go to the website. But if they want to, reach out to you and pick your brain, and listeners, I'm telling you, you got a tremendous resource here. What's the best way they could get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I welcome members or those interested in becoming members and becoming a part of our community. Feel free to reach out. My email is easy, vanessa@wecoachsports.org. So that's my email address, vanessa@wecoachsports.org. We also have email accounts. For example, if you're interested in membership information, memberships@wecoachsports.org. Or any of our events@wecoachsports.org. So there's a number of ways to get a hold of us. We do have our information on our staff directory on the website, as well as some of the email accounts if they're interested in memberships or events as well. So lots of ways to get a hold of us, and we will welcome hearing from you and would love to invite you to our community, our WeCOACH community. So thank you.
So there you go, athletic directors. If you're looking for some great professional development opportunities for your women coaches at your school, that's wecoachsports.org, or reach out to Vanessa directly, Vanessa@wecoachsports.org. Vanessa Fuchs, thanks so much for sharing again on the Educational AD podcast, and all the best moving forward.
Thank you, Jake. It's been my pleasure. Appreciate the support.
For our listeners, we do this every single week, and we also upload the Zoom videos to our Educational AD Podcast YouTube channel. We appreciate you listening. Come back next week for another tech tip, and just about every day for new content on the Educational AD Podcast. We'll see you next time. Once again, we encourage you to connect with WeCOACH. We're partners with them. It's not a financial thing. We just support them. They support us. That's wecoachsports.org. Now, before we go, we do want to mention our sponsors one more time. These are organizations, these are vendors that I used, and you should use them too. We want to thank Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. Go to athleticsurveys.com. Have them create a custom survey to help you take the pulse of your parents and your student athletes. That's athleticsurveys.com. Sideline Interactive, indoor score tables and video boards. One of the best purchases I ever made was our Sideline Interactive score table. That's sidelineinteractive.com. Gipper.com, create custom content for your school's social media channel. They'll even give you a 10% discount if you mention the podcast. That's Gipper.com. Hometown Ticketing, simple and easy online ticketing. Go to hometownticketing.com for more information. Huddle, as a football coach, I used Huddle. As an athletic director, we were a Huddle school. Go to huddle.com, find out all the things they can do for you. I want to thank Snap Mobile. Go to snapraise.com. We used their fundraising platform. It was a great success, and you should use it too. That's snapraise.com. And Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Go to vitalsignswalloffame.com, mention the podcast, you'll get a nice discount there. So thanks for listening to this episode of Tech Tuesday. We'll see you next time on the Educational AD Podcast.